Wow. So much to say. Honestly, can't even tell you where I'm going to begin. So I'm in beautiful Santorini. It's absolutely gorgeous, but after a few unfortunate events, I let a little bit of stress get to my head. I don't want to say it's ruined my day, but it's probably ruined my day. So this all kind of, if I think about it, it all goes back to yesterday afternoon. So I got up in the morning, I had my flight through to Athens. When I got to Athens, I had like a 4 or 5 hour layover before my flight to Santorini, and I met the loveliest man who was really struggling to get around. He was an older man, and basically I just helped him get through the airport, and he was absolutely lovely. And so that was all fine. Finally helped him, he got on his flight, he set off to where he was going, and I sat down to go on my phone, and a notification comes up from my bank that's like, oh, your ASB account was signed in at 2:32 AM, and where I was, it was 5 PM in the afternoon, and logged onto not my app but the actual bank, how do you say it, like my actual bank login online. And so I was like, oh shit. And then I was no longer able to get into any of my accounts, and I was like, oh no, like I'm gonna lose all my money, I've been hacked into. But I managed to finally get in. I called mum, woke up at 2 AM in the morning, changed all my passwords, changed all my PIN codes for everything, and avoided that stress. So that was all finished, and that was fine. So then I get on the plane, I get to Santorini, and it was quite amazing. I was quite proud of myself. I got there at like 9 PM at night and actually took a bus from the airport to near to where I was staying, and with all my bags and everything, walked to the hostel without any directions at all. And it was like a 20-minute walk, but I found my way there for something was guiding me. Anyway, get there and open my suitcase, and I realised like there's a sheet of paper sitting on top. And it was basically from customs in Berlin saying that they'd taken stuff from my bag and destroyed them. Basically lighters that I'd bought from Amsterdam, which were empty. I deliberately didn't fill them, but no, they were empty, they got destroyed anyway. I had an SD card missing, and no, I'm not being dramatic because I did look. What else? And then the suitcase strap I had on my bag, I just bought it because my zip had started breaking, and they'd taken that, and that wasn't returned either. And my undies that were in a packing cube were dispensed all through my bag. So that was really unpleasant to get home and be stressed and open up my bag and discover some stuff had gone that were gifts for other people, and my undies were everywhere, and some random had gone through all my shit. But I then sort of like came back to my senses, and I was like, you know, it could be worse. Yeah, I was like, you know what, it could be worse. They're just things, like things are replaceable, you know, I'm safe, the rest of my shit's safe, whatever. And I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed, start fresh tomorrow. So I go to bed, and then I wake up this morning and I have an email from IRD going, yeah, your tax refund, blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh thank God, like I've been so excited. Like, as some of you know, I had 3 jobs for a long time, you know, at one point I even had 4 incomes. So I was like, oh thank God, a tax refund, and then open it to find that actually I have to pay them $760 worth of tax by February next year. And I was like, fucking awesome. Just the absolute cherry on top. So that's where I started making mistakes. Because then that was like the cherry on top of everything that kept going wrong. And I think this morning I woke up and I was like, screw this, like I'm getting out of here, I'm tired, I just want to, like I came to Santorini to relax, I just want to enjoy my time. So without taking any of my medication this morning because I forgot, without putting any sunscreen on because I forgot, and without putting proper sneakers on and wearing jandals, I start walking from the hostel, and I walked for 4 hours, okay? 4 hours in jandals, and the roads in Santorini are not smooth. So I thought I was going, I don't know, I was just walking, to be honest, and it was my first mistake, dangerous as hell, and every 5 seconds, you know, you have someone pulling over going, I know the best coffee place in Santorini, get in my car, and it's like, no. And people catcalling and tooting their horn, and it freaks me out. I hate that shit. It makes you feel like, I don't know, I hate stuff like that. It's the one thing I hate about being a girl. Anyway, ended up in Kamari Beach, I believe it's called, which was really beautiful when I walked around there for a while. But then by the time I actually looked at my phone and went on maps, because I ran out of data, I'm trying to find Wi-Fi, I actually had walked 4 hours that way, but to get to Oya I needed to walk 2 hours that way from where I was staying, so I was like 6 hours walking away, and I was like, absolutely not. So now it's 1 PM and I've just sat down. I took a bus back to like the town sort of where I'm staying. I've got a 15-minute walk home. I'm just gonna go to the supermarket, get food, get a whole lot of water, and then go back to the hostel and just fucking swim. But yeah, I think that's probably the first time on this trip I've let, you know, things that have happened get in the way of my time, which really actually kind of sucks, because I've had such a great time on this trip and I've been really good at being able to channel my anxiety and push all the stresses away, because how many times am I going to be in Santorini in my life, right? But yeah, I definitely think I let it ruin my day a little bit, and I wasn't concentrating on what was important and letting stresses get in my way that I can't do anything about, especially not at the moment. So that sucks, but I felt like I needed to sit down with the camera and update, because the horrible thing is you wish you could just talk to someone about it, but when you're solo traveling you've got yourself. So I just decided the best thing I could do was to pick up the camera and let all my issues out, which aren't big issues, I get that, like it's not a big deal, they're just things that happen, it's part of traveling, it's part of life. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in myself. It's the first time I've let shit that's gone wrong get in the way of me having a good time and relaxing. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go back, relax for the rest of the day, take it easy, and then do what makes my head happy, which is sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and just plan. Because if I can write down everything I want to do and directions on where I want to go, then at least my head will feel a whole lot clearer. Alright, I'll talk to you later. See ya. I feel too much pressure. I'm just going to turn it off. Like a fish out of water. Oh gosh, what? That is the weirdest sensation. Oh yeah, it tickles. It tickles. Have you spotted that I'm eating something that you want? Sit. Huh? Yeah, a little bit. Ready? Good morning and welcome to another beautiful day in Santorini. It got to 28 degrees yesterday and it's just so balmy and warm and tropical. Things went really well yesterday. After I had my little rant, I went for a swim, took a couple of hours just to come back to my senses, and then I went back out again after I complained about all that walking and actually found where I really wanted to be. You know, like I paid €5 to take photos of someone's donkey. Couldn't get run over, don't worry. And then 10 euros for someone to let a fish eat the dead skin off my feet. So that's fun. But the plan for today is actually really cool. I'm paying 20 euros, which I think is very good, to go on a boat. This is what happens all the time in Greece, right? Guys stop their cars and they make a weird whistling noise, or anyway, whatever, who gives a shit? Just ignore and keep going, or swear, whatever you choose. But yeah, 20 euros going over to the volcanic springs. It's not awkward until someone stares at you while you're filming your own face talking. Okay, anyway, who cares? Going over to the volcanic springs and, like the volcanic hills, I guess, and they've got a hot spring there, but going over in a boat, so primo. Let me just take a photo of this donkey. You look like you're having a shit day. You're like, nope, I'm over it. Hi! No? Nothing. This might sound real small-minded of me, but I always thought donkeys were just grey.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realise that there could be white donkeys, or heaps of don't stamp at me, Missy Moo.
I love that.
Alright, am I going first?
Okay.
We all look kind of nervous. Oh! Let me tell the vlog what's... We're going through a huge line of donkeys and there's a few... They're all free and it's making me nervous because they're all stamping. They're all angry. Okay, just keep walking. Let them be angry at us. And he's in the middle of the pathway. So, like, excuse me! Excuse me, sir or ma'am, or whatever kind of donkey you are. I think we're safer to go in front because at the back then they can kick us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, we just follow this guy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Oh, easy.
Hi. Whoa, that is a strong stream. Holy cow. Alright. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of pee. Okay. I don't like this part. I don't want to go through this.
Me neither.
This is making me nervous.
Yeah.
Someone else go first. I'm scared.
Okay. We will wait. We'll like
I just don't want to get kicked.
Me too.
Do you guys want to go first? Just in case? I'm scared.
It is really scary actually.
Oh shit.
You like it? You like it?
It's okay.
I just don't want it to get... Okay. I just feel like, I feel nervous like they're going to kick me or something.
Yeah, but one of them was like this.
No!
My neck, and I was, who's doing that? And I
It was a donkey!
This was a donkey.
No! Why does he have a rope around his tail? Is it... That's not...
I think it's to...
I hope that doesn't hurt him, 'cause it looks not very nice.
No, it's okay. C'est pour que le sel elle tienne, je pense. Ah, ok, c'est de...
Oh, I like your bridle. It looks very pretty on you.
Yeah.
So many of you, huh? So many donkeys. Don't eat them. I'm down at the old port and we're going to go on a boat over to the hot springs, and I've got my little lemon tart, and that was my vagina. And these are my new friends. They're from France. But I will take videos once I get over there and I'm not sweating as much. Can you believe? Once again I'm doing a walk, but this time I paid for it, so it's my own fault. It's so hot. How hot do you think it is? Like
30 degrees.
Yeah, easily 30. It's so freaking hot. Yeah, my goodness. I just hope there's a good like photo opportunity at the top, and then I will come down and we'll just roll down. Anyway, and then after we finished doing our little swimming boat tour thing, I get to the bottom and there's, you know, like there's a guy that stands there and goes, donkey ride, and he yells out about all the donkeys, and he goes, you want to go on the donkey? And I was like, no thank you, like I'm gonna go up on the cable car. He was like, got really offended and really upset and really angry that I wasn't riding the donkey. And so, to prove a point, being the annoying vegan activist that I am, hold on, there's people coming. Okay, like I was saying, to prove a point I decided, no, I'm gonna walk up the stairs, because I was, you know, like, he was getting really angry and upset, but I mean, not that I said anything, that's his job, that's his life, but in my opinion, it's like, why trade off my suffering for somebody else's suffering? It's just not cool. And I mean, the donkeys stand there all day in the heat. There's so many, and none of them have water, and they just stand there in the heat, and then when some lazy tourist comes along, they have to walk all the way up these stairs. Now there is 578 stairs. Okay, that car was loud. 578 stairs. And they're tough. Like, we walked down them to get down to the port, and that was tough. And I remember saying on the way up, we're going to go on the cable car because this is crazy. But no, Alex over here always has an opinion on everything. Decides to take the stairs, and if, to give you an idea, if you've ever walked up Mount Maunganui, it's like that, but the whole thing is stairs from the very beginning. There are no flat paths. None.
Oh no, I thought you said, do we want to see the vlog?
You don't want to be in the vlog? You're in the vlog. Share your name. Where are you from?
Georgia. I'm from Gold Coast, Australia.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I'm also from Gold Coast, Australia.
Alex, I'm from Tauranga, New Zealand.
You do not sound like that in real life. I do. You're like, is my camera?
We're on the most beautiful bus. Absolutely stunning. We're going back home.
I'm scared.
Right. Oh yes, don't forget about the baklava. Oh yes. That is scary.